A South African court has called on a diamond seller to look into any dubious payments made by the National Prosecuting Authority, NPA. According to rumors, these money were sent to former President Jacob Zuma, former African National Congress Secretary General Ace Magashule, and a few police officials. Many are concerned that the payments, which total large amounts of money, could have been influenced by corruption. Suspicions suggest that these individuals may have been given money in exchange for protection or favors. Jacob Zuma has faced several legal problems over the years, including charges of corruption and fraud. He has always maintained a denial-based position. Even Ace Magashule, who has previously been accused of corruption, has denied the claims, because they raise questions about the potential for corrupt agreements involving law enforcement personnel. The payments paid to the police are particularly troubling. The court has ordered the NPA to investigate these payments in order to determine if they were illegal, but further proof is needed. In the event that the NPA finds enough proof of wrongdoing, anyone involved may face criminal penalties. This case may shed even more light on South Africa's political and law enforcement systems, which may be even more corrupt than previously believed. After reviewing the payments, the NPA will decide what has to be done next. Although it is anticipated to take some time, the investigation is an essential step in the battle against corruption. Regardless of their position of power, everyone is subject to the law, and many South Africans are hopeful that this case will result in accountability and justice. Everyone is now anticipating the NPA's announcement of their findings. If the payments are shown to have been illegal, the responsible parties may face harsh consequences. Once more, former South African President Jacob Zuma and his EFF attorney Dali Mpofu have made headlines for bringing the most unimportant things to court in a spectacle that has drawn public attention. In a recent lawsuit that culminated in his anticipated loss, Zuma notably sued reputable journalist Karen Mon for just carrying out her duties. This unrelenting pursuit of legal disputes calls into doubt Zuma's intentions and the veracity of his assertions. A former ANC official named Fosa has made startling revelations about Zuma's alleged corruption and collusion with the Gupta family, which coincide with Zuma's antics in court. More serious than anything discovered during the Zondo Commission, Fosa's charges imply that Zuma was not only a passive participant but was completely ensnared by the Guptas, who reportedly exerted influence over him behind the scenes. Critics contend that rather than concentrating on pointless litigation, Zuma should take these accusations on in court if he has nothing to hide. The public is left wondering why a former president would devote so much time and effort on unimportant issues instead of dealing with serious charges against him. Discussions over the degree of state control in South Africa and the honesty of its political leadership have been rekindled by Fosa's disclosures. The new legal ploys by Zuma seem to be an attempt to divert attention away from the grave issues brought forth about his previous administration. A sincere commitment to resolving accusations of corruption is required in response to the growing drive for accountability and openness in South African politics, which goes beyond legal jargon. Many South Africans are left wondering as the court fights go on, if Zuma really wants to clear his reputation, why not face the serious charges against him head-on? Until he does, his present courtroom diversions will probably be overshadowed by the public's continued perception of the accusations as serious and believable. Interesting complexity may be seen in the changing relationships between the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, and the recently formed MK Party, which was created by Jacob Zuma. Dali Mpofu, a well-known counsel and member of the EFF, has recently made many court appearances on behalf of the MK Party. He was back in court yesterday on behalf of the MK Party, arguing against an October interim injunction that barred Western Cape Judge President John Hlofi from conducting interviews with potential judges for the Judicial Service Commission, JSC. This ongoing legal representation begs the important question, does Mpofu have deeper ties to the MK Party, or is he just a lawyer? A potential conflict of interest is highlighted by Mpofu's frequent court appearances on behalf of the MK Party. Juliusmalema, the head of the EFF, has been a strong opponent of Zuma, yet there is conjecture because of Mpofu's close ties to the former president's political enterprise. Mpofu's is questioned by some,